YouTube is a prime example. Like, let's say you're feeling sorry for yourself, you have like a victim mentality. So you're going to search on YouTube for messages that make you feel good about yourself. Like, in other words, it'll tell you that everything's going to be okay and that there's nothing that you did was wrong and all that type of stuff. And the AI algorithms will match your selection and offer you choices that fall into that same category. So you'll basically just be flooding yourself with coping mechanisms, which don't do anything. They make you feel good in the moment, but in the long run, they're actually going to hurt you because you're setting yourself up for failure because you're still in that low vibration. It's the same premise as somebody being addicted to drugs. It just makes them feel good in the moment, attempting to escape something that they're just refusing to face in their life or inside themselves or whatever the situation is. That's basically what it is. I've always said there's no answers at the bottom of a bottle of alcohol. When somebody finishes drinking it, you're not going to find any answers there. It's not a therapist, it's not a counselor. There's no healing involved in a bar. You go to the bar to shoot the breeze or whatever, but a lot of people go there, unfortunately, because they're destitute. They don't have anywhere to go. They have nobody to turn to. So when you constantly keep flooding your life with these messages telling you, don't worry, God's working on it for you, everything's going to be okay, it's going to happen quickly, you got to understand that you're actually reinforcing that victim mentality, and it's not healthy. You just have to be proactive and autonomous and get out and do things with your life. Just stay busy, keep your mind occupied, because the mind has to be latched to something, or else if you give it free reign, it's just going to, let's just put it this way. Human beings are the only species that God has ever created that you can place them in an empty room and they're going to create something called problems from nothing, because the mind can't sit still. It has to have something to occupy its time and its energies and its attention. So that unfortunately falls in the category of illusions called problems. And then you project that out, and then that's what you see as experiences. And then you're getting even more upset and more frustrated because your life seems like this never-ending, insurmountable task and challenge that you have to just constantly overcome, and diffuse, and it just gets exhausting. So the worst thing you could do is flood your life with these messages. You'll see them on YouTube. Oh, it's going to be better. Don't worry, life, it's going to be super amazing and all that stuff. You should just motivate yourself to know that, listen, I'm not going to pay attention to this false evidence. And I know that I'm rooted in something realistic, not illusionary, because this place is an illusion. As long as you're rooted in your own being, forget about your higher self or your lower self. Root yourself in your soul, whatever that is. And that is what will negate this illusion. And it will nullify all of the nonsense that they're trying to convince you of, because they make you unhappy. This is when you come here, they disconnect you from your higher self and they throw all of this stuff on you. Problems, illusions, complications, blockages, hassles, difficulties, impediments, hindrances, delays, and then they hit you with, the rudimentary elements of the matrix, which are responsibilities, commitments, and obligations, deadlines, timelines, bottom lines. This stuff is a time crunch. I have a PowerPoint presentation in 10 minutes. I got to get through this traffic, or else I'm going to be late for my appointment or my meeting. It's always time, time, time. Time is an illusion. It's pressure. It's nervousness, anxiety, and tension. That's why you're all stressed out constantly. And this is the reason why people are constantly in a low vibrational state, and they're looking for something to, help them feel good in that moment. But unfortunately, it's a quick fix that is not actually offering any type of particular long-term convalescence to it. You get that quick high and down you go. So just be careful with just filling your life with these types of messages. One is okay, but just motivate yourself. Just create motivation in yourself and just, go in that direction. That's the only thing I could really say, because I found myself doing this too, and then you get into the universe is going to give you your great gift tomorrow. Oh, wait, then it's in 2 days, and then it's 5 days, and then you get PO'd and upset and discouraged, and round and round we go. You can't be waiting on anybody. Don't wait on the universe. You don't know when that divine plan is coming. When it comes in, awesome. But until that time, whenever that is, it could be 2 weeks from now or 50 years from now. You have no idea. You're not here to become something in their system. I've said it before. You're here to learn from this earth and move to another one. This is not your home. You're not here to become a lawyer or a doctor or a judge. That's what they want you to believe. That's why when you come here, they're like, okay, little Billy, do you want to be a fireman, an astronaut, or a brain surgeon? They don't tell you, hey, listen, Right off the bat when you come here, guess what? You're a supernatural, esoteric alchemist capable of manifesting greatness and miracles anytime, anywhere. You have powers that have unlimited abilities. In this world, you can manipulate the energy into anything you want. You can heal yourself. You can transmute one energy into another. You could do whatever you want. You're a super mystical, magical person. Nobody tells you that. They don't motivate you to recognize your higher self. They just train you to be aware of your ordinary self and plug into that low vibration. That's the reason why people seek out these messages. They have to feel good about themselves. That's why you have people who are chain smokers, because that is it's a psychological coping mechanism. This is all psychosomatic stuff. Like, people are hypochondriacs for a reason. They think that they just can get sick by breathing. It's the mind doing itself to the mind, and you're convinced of this, so that it's like a never-ending circle. And you don't need these messages. You don't need the messages. Whatever happens in your life, just take it one day at a time. That's the best way to play it. One day at a time. Be the best you can. Vibrate as high as you can. Be realistic with yourself. If some days you don't got it, cool. That's being a human being. But nonetheless, just play it one day at a time. Do your best, whatever you're looking to concentrate or focus on, and apply your energies and your time and your efforts towards that endeavor. Make it happen and move on to the next. And when these divine plans come in, awesome. But you're not finding yourself waiting on anything or anyone, even God. Create, become, be involved, take action, that type of thing. Because you don't want to be waiting when you could be creating. And you don't need these messages telling you how great it's going to be, and don't worry about it, God's almost there, and I'm sorry it's taken so long, but all this stuff, and then you get your hopes up, and then boom, when this message tells you in 5 days it's going to be miraculous, you can have this, you can have that, 5 days comes and goes, and then you're like, okay, God, then you're going to start getting angry. Then you're going to start being mad at God and hating God, and it's like a little petty little temper tantrum. And you don't want to find yourself in that predicament, because it's a useless predicament. And there's no resolution to something that has no redeemable quality to it. It's like, a 2-year-old didn't get their toy, so they're going to just sit on the floor and scream and kick their feet and cry. Nothing comes of that. It's just a waste of energy. So instead of getting in that mind trap, avoid that nonsense and just don't hook yourself into all these messages constantly. Because, it makes you feel good. Then it's one, then you get addicted to it. But then all of that time and energy you're wasting on reading these messages, making you feel good in here, you could be creating something of substance out in the physical world. That's basically it. You can't wait on anything or anyone, and God is included. You have to take action. Like I said, it's an unavoidable but necessary element of the process. It's the inevitable and eventual reality of all life that you have to take action in order to accomplish things as far as moving things in your life. You can't sit in a room and meditate and expect your life to just concur with the alignment of that metaphysical vibration, because it won't. Just like saying with the law of attraction, okay, I'm attracting $500 million to my life right now. Oh my God, where is it? I don't see it. It's not here. Thoughts become things, right? Well, my thoughts are saying I should have $500 million right now. I am a vibrational equivalent to it. That's why I say it's nonsense. Like I've said before, if you believe thoughts, that thoughts become things, manifest an apple seed in the middle of your palm from absolute nothingness. You can't. There's certain things you can do here, certain things you can't do. That's why you're here, to learn, to grow, to flourish, to blossom, to rise, and then take all of these lessons with you to the next earth that you go to, in the hopes that you don't have to come back here and do it all over again.